I bring you glad tidings from the pews at the back of the church. Those who know me know I can ramble on, so I have written my thoughts on paper. My wife, Iris, and I have been coming to St. Paul's for 40 years. When our kids were young, I taught church school for 15 years, and there I learned the secret of how to pretend to be a teacher. You just need to be one lesson ahead of the class. I also pretended to be treasurer for 7 years. My secret? I just actually read the financial reports. Oh, and if you use the phrase equipping the saints, they will write the check. My point is, in those times of personal challenge, I found a little bit of faith went a long way. More recently, working in the St. Paul's office, I learned another secret many Sunday worshipers do not realize. A lot goes on in this building on weekdays, and a lot of neighbors use this space for meeting and gathering. So, I have spent a lot of time at St. Paul's, but it took a pandemic for me to realize how important this physical space is to me and to so many others. On a typical Sunday morning, I see the faces of so many parishioners whose stories I know and who come here each Sunday to worship and to muster the strength and courage to love and serve the Lord all week long. For over 100 years, through thick and thin, this holy place on the corner has been a beacon and a blessing to the faithful and those they have served. Now, we are called to become part of the long arc of that vision of St. Paul's by adding a new chapter to the story. We are privileged to be in a position to pay forward to future generations the gift with interest with which we have been entrusted. We can enrich this space by making St. Paul's truly universally accessible, by making St. Paul's better equipped to serve our neighbors and our congregation sustainably into the future, and by making St. Paul's radically welcoming. Climate change, the corrosive effects of ever more intrusive and digital technology, and other huge challenges we can only imagine bode for a rough ride ahead. I believe gathering in person here at St. Paul's will be an essential antidote to the stresses of those challenges, and more important than ever. It is really, after all, about equipping the saints. In committing to this bold project, we need not pretend to know the future with all its challenges and triumphs. But I do believe that the future needs us now. And all we need is a little faith in the power of the Holy Spirit working through the hearts and hands of this congregation and future congregations in this holy place.